Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is Wednesday, the 4th day of March. Today is National Grammar Day.
Not
sure
Gramper.
No, it's when you want to make sure you say all the words more properly than other days. Because if you
I
don't say them goodly today, people are going to make fun of you. It's Grammar Day. It's also National Hug a GI Day. So if you know
I love that.
a soldier, or a Navy, or Marine, or Air Force, give that person a big hug. Marching Music Day today. National Pound Cake Day today. Why is it when I eat pound cake, I gain more than a pound?
You don't.
I gain several pounds. And it's also a National Sons Day. Not Sunday, Sons. S-O-N-S. And I'm going to be visiting with one of the top real estate professionals in the nation today. A guy by the name of Aaron Kirman. He is in Los Angeles. We talked with, last week, I think it was, Tay Hasselhoff, David Hasselhoff's daughter.
Yeah.
She works with him. They've got a show together on CNBC called Listing Impossible. We're going to chat with Mr. Kirman coming up.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. In a survey, 63% of dog owners said that including their pet in their profile photo helped them find success when matching with others online. So,
I suppose. I mean, if your pet is important to you,
yeah, if
you're going to
dating,
want to include your pet.
Yeah,
because you can't date somebody if you have a cat who's, say, allergic to cats.
Yeah, so if they go, oh, no, cat person, don't think so. Or if they don't like big slobbery dogs, and you're like, oh, nope, St. Bernard or whatever, I steer clear.
That makes sense.
Then it's almost like pre-screening because they're like, hey, I think you're adorable and I want to snuggle with your puppy dog too. So, it's kind of nice. I've got a link to that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Officials in Lake Worth say that they took a man into police custody on more than 36 occasions. Now he's facing charges after being arrested for the 40th time.
This is insane.
Terry Hodges been pulled over for a traffic violation. They became suspicious that he might be engaging in some criminal activity. He consented to having his car searched. And they found a bag hidden next to a battery containing 1/2 ounce of crystal meth, several counterfeit $100 bills. They also found during the search, 44-year-old man is now facing a number of charges, including felony drug possession. So
why was he allowed to just? That's insane.
Well, this
that
is
many
only the
stops.
40th, only the 40th time he's been arrested, Heidi. So give the guy a break. So he's 44 years old. That is almost once per year that he's been alive. So. Yeah, be careful out there, kids. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Paramount Pictures just canceled a planned Mission Impossible 7 shoot in Venice, Italy. They were worried about the worldwide spread of coronavirus, and they're trying to get... Well, no, I can understand because there was a lot of stuff going on there, and they were trying to get extras and all the different people and to coordinate all of that and not have the masks in the background. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner is battling with a New Orleans clothing company over the trademark to her daughter's name, Stormy Jenner. So there's a clothing company that's using her daughter's name, apparently. for clothing. I don't know. I'm kind of confused on all that. I'm also confused as to why she's on big screen, little screen, but I guess she's on a TV show or something.
I don't know.
And then
I don't
the
pay
last thing
attention.
on here, Meghan Markle, the reason she's listed here, she was a movie star before she was married to Prince Harry. Those two are eyeing a $20 million Malibu mansion once owned by one of the stars of Baywatch, David Sharbat.
That's super.
So $20 million.
I just read the other day that they lost their security detail in Canada.
Oh, wow.
So now they're going to have to figure out how to cover their butts.
Yeah, apparently. And $20 million on a house, Imagine if these guys actually had
They might want to go back to just being royals.
go back to live at a palace. Thanks
Yeah.
for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. We brought this up on another program, I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple days ago, but Disney last week unveiled an animatronic version of the child known as Baby Yoda. The toy is available for pre-order for $59.99 is how much this thing's going to cost. Touching the top of Baby Yoda's head activates 25 different sounds and motions, combined with happy and excited sounds, giggles, babbles, and more. All while the toy's head moves up and down, and ears move back and forth, and eyes open and close. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this toy, and they're saying that it's going to be like the big item of 2020.
Okay.
So they're doing like pre-orders, and there's already people going nuts over this thing. Kourtney Kardashian posted a photo that I didn't know this was a thing, but people are calling it, quote, serious butt cleavage, end quote. What does that mean?
Butt cleavage.
Yeah.
Apparently you can see the top of her crack.
Okay,
So
I just didn't even know that was. Have you ever heard those words together before?
I've
butt
not
cleavage?
heard butt cleavage, but
Okay.
I'm
You
I've
instantly-
seen images of people who are exposing that, and
Right.
it's supposed to be
I don't.
sexy.
Do you want to see that? Because I don't really want to see that.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, if you do, I have a link to that in the show notes. No, we'll get to see just what kind of audience we have. How many people? Is there a way I could tell how many people click on that link? If there is, I'll have to check into it. Well, most of us will stop and pick up a penny. Many people will also just throw them away. If you see a penny on the ground, will you stop and pick it up?
I will pick it up
Me too. If
Always.
it's face down or face up,
every time
you don't
because you
care.
know why?
Why?
Because it says, "In God we trust." On that coin, I will always pick it up.
All right. Well,
Always.
there you go. So there's no such thing as, if it's heads down, it's
No.
bad luck.
No,
and it's heads.
not at all. Not
Either
for
way,
me.
you're like, hey, it's a penny, man. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Kanye West. Now, we just talked about Kourtney Kardashian. He's married to a different one, right? He's married to Kim Kardashian.
I don't know who he's.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
pay attention to
Yeah,
that
he purchased a
stuff.
second ranch in the town of
Good
Cody,
for
Wyoming,
him.
said to be building a warehouse for his fashion company there. So that's big news for people in Cody, Wyoming. St. Patrick's Day trees are becoming a thing. It is taking, apparently, the internet by storm. And it's like you take an artificial Christmas tree and you put some St. Patrick's Day things on there. And then,
Okay.
boom, you don't have to take that tree down for another couple months. Says if you put a guy in a dental chair, he turns into a wimp, even more so than ladies. 49% of dentists say males are more anxious when it comes to dental appointments than females. Only 15% thought females were the scaredy cats.
This is yet another area where I identify more as
Yeah.
male
I don't
because
mind.
I am terrified.
And here's the thing.
terrified of the dentist.
I've got an awesome dentist, so I don't mind going.
no, I've never had an issue with my dentist
Here's the
ever.
thing. This
but
I
I'm
struggle
so scared.
I like visiting with my dentist, but I'm in there, and then they got their hands in my mouth like, how are you this weekend?
yeah.
You have a What's
I don't know why. I've
Like,
never
sorry.
had a bad experience,
Sorry, I
but
was
I
just
am
chatting with you.
just so
Yeah.
terrified.
Well, I've got a link to that and all of the info that we've been talking about in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. If you've ever wanted to be a real estate agent, or at least know what real estate agents do, you're going to want to listen to this next interview here. We've got one of the top real estate agents in the nation, and he's continually ranked as the number one agent in Los Angeles, Aaron Kirman. He's in Los Angeles. We're going to be chatting with him on the phone right now about his new program called Listing Impossible on CNBC. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
We're going to chat about your program here in a minute, but first let's talk about you. How long have you been involved in real estate, and what was it that first got you interested in this?
So I've been in real estate ever since I was 17 years old. Actually, it was my first career, and it was something I always knew I wanted to do. When I was 6 and 7, instead of playing baseball and basketball, I was dragging my parents to open houses and looking at property.
And your love for real estate has given you a really good career in the real estate world, but now you've got kind of a second career. You're going to be a little TV star as well. That's pretty cool. Aaron, tell me a little bit about the program Listing Impossible, which people can now watch on CNBC television.
Yeah, so the program follows us doing what we do best, which is helping sellers who are in trouble. And, a lot of sellers who are having difficulty selling their houses, and we go on camera, figure out what the problem is, and oftentimes tell them what they don't want to hear to accomplish a goal and get their house sold. So it's a lot of fun.
So with the name Listing Impossible, I'm assuming that these are not all like really easy listings, are they?
No, these are very difficult listings, and some of these properties have been on the market for as many as 5-6 years. With very difficult sellers, sometimes very strong personalities. These price points can be anything from, $500,000, and they could go up to $45 million. And it's really funny because a lot of these people have a lot of opinions along the way. And so what you'll see is you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly, some really bad decisions that people make, and a lot of the emotions that come with those bad decisions. Again,
the program is called Listing Impossible on CNBC. It's been out for about a month, and it looks like people are loving the show.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. People seem to love the show. I think the show. I think it's a window into some of the most fabulous houses in the world, and then it's also just business takeaways, real estate takeaways. What was important for us? I sold $6 billion worth of homes in my career. And so what we really wanted to do was we wanted to educate the public on real estate and what to do and what not to do and how not to become a cast member of Listing Impossible and have a house on that. And the public's been really, we've been getting great feedback.
Now, you're based in Los Angeles, so everything that we see on this program, will it all be based in Los Angeles as well?
It's mostly in Los Angeles. We have a property, we have a vineyard in Napa that was a $35 million property that was actually a wine vineyard as well as a house. So the show is predominantly in Los Angeles, but as an agent, I've sold properties all over the world as far as Hong Kong and London, but my office is here in Los Angeles, and we do the bulk of our business here.
So if somebody watches the program Listing Impossible, again, it's on CNBC, if they watch this program and they see what you guys deal with, is this kind of what it's like to be a typical real estate agent, or is this not really typical?
I mean, it is typical because it's a day in the life of agents. And what you'll see is, I'm a mentor to my team, and a lot of my team members are on the show. And you kind of see the spectrum of the good and the bad. I mean, I have some members of my team that made literally no money last year and are struggling. And then, me on the other end, I sold close to $600 million worth of real estate. And so you'll see it, you'll see both. And I think that's the beauty of the show. And, a lot of the other shows that we see, we felt like, as good as they are, and they're amazing, didn't necessarily give you the reality of what real estate is and the complications of it. And this show does, but in a very fun way.
That is fantastic. Aaron, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to chat with us. I appreciate it a bunch.
Thanks so much for having me. having me.
Again, Aaron Kirman, and he's one of the top real estate agents in the USA. He's the top real estate agent over and over and over again in Los Angeles, and he's got this new program started about a little over a month ago on CNBC. It's called Listing Impossible on Wednesdays on CNBC. All of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The first iPhone was not from Apple. As a matter of fact, it was from a company called Cisco. It says allowed users to use the voice functions of Skype without a computer. Apple announced their own product 22 days later. Cisco sued for trademark infringement. The lawsuit was ultimately settled out of court. Both companies were allowed to keep using the name. However, you've probably never heard of the Cisco iPhone. Yeah, probably not. So there you go. It's a fun fact. So next time you talk to somebody that's a big iPhone fan, ask them, so who invented the iPhone? And they'll probably think Apple. And you can say, wrong. It was Cisco.
Wrong.
And then they'll give you a wedgie. That's what you get for knowing stuff. This is today's fun fact.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline, England. This is a weird story. A former royal protection cop is challenging Prince Andrew's alibi in the Jeffrey Epstein sex scandal, and he says he is willing to go to court to prove it. So do you think this guy is going to end up not being around much longer?
Most likely.
I just think
He's going to suicide himself.
I just think this whole thing, this whole story, there's some really high up people doing some really bad things. And I don't know. I've got a link to the story. But if those high up people are listening, I don't know anything about any of this. I didn't even read that story. It was Heidi. Really? Here she is. Take her.
Bring it.
No, just kidding. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Do you like the smell of McDonald's? So much so that you'd like to light something on fire in
Not
your
even
house
a little. Nope.
and get that scent? They've got candles, Heidi.
Gross.
It's like a week ago this came out. 6 different scented candles. One that smells
Scented like what? Week old grease?
No, one smells like beef. Another one smells like sesame
Gross.
seed buns. One smells like ketchup. One smells like pickles. One cheese. One onions. You're supposed to burn all of those together
Yeah, I
for
don't
what
think
they
so.
say maximum deliciousness.
No.
The fan club site adds candles are not available to order just yet because there are limited quantities, but they came out with what they say is a quarter-pounder candle set. So there you go. I would rather just have the quarter-pounder, wouldn't you? It's probably cheaper,
By the
too. I don't
time
know
you
how much.
order that many
Yeah,
candles,
I don't know how much
you
these
could go
candles
through
are.
the drive-thru, get yourself a 99-cent burger
Yeah.
and bring it home. It's
Probably.
fine.
There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. A 33-year-old Michigan woman is facing multiple felony charges after police say she fired a shot inside a Taco Bell. She was upset
Yikes.
over her order not being filled. Flint, Michigan is where this happened. She shot into the Taco Bell at about 2 a.m. on the 15th of February. I think I might have read this on the internet.
She should have a glass of water and just calm down.
Calm down.
Oh, wait. They don't have any water.
They have some, yeah. I think that's all fixed now. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, 33-year-old Brittany Felton was in the drive-thru. She was upset about her order. She displayed a purple handgun. Don't you have a purple handgun?
I do, actually.
Yeah, she pulled out a purple handgun, fired one shot that hit the building. It did not strike anyone. She then fled the scene. Surveillance video from the restaurant was used to detect her identity because, well,
I would just like to clarify it was not me because
Are you sure?
my purple handgun was safe at home.
Yeah, sure it was.
Safe.
Anybody that wants to come talk to her, I'll get the door unlocked for you, officers. Anyway, district court says that she was charged with intent to murder and felony firearms charge. So
intent to murder.
Yikes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, all that over a taco. Calm down, lady. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now, fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it hashtag fake news made up just to fool you?
What was that?
I don't know. Something I was trying on for this segment
That's super.
Hashtag fake news.
I love it.
You know, don't think so?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Okay,
that has to stay.
Tell me, Heidi, is fake news or Florida? A Florida man did a cartwheel during a DUI stop and begged cops to take him to jail. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
No, true story. Florida.
What?
Yeah. A Florida man did a cartwheel during a DUI stop, begged the police to take him to jail.
Take me to jail.
Yeah, just take me to jail. So
Wow.
apparently he wanted to go to jail.
What if he could do a cartwheel? I would say he passed the field sobriety
Does not
test.
say that he did a good cartwheel. So I'm just saying. All right, this has
Because
been.
if you would try to get me to do a cartwheel on the side of the road, even stone sober,
Yeah.
it's not going to end well.
No.
It is not like riding a bicycle.
Yeah,
you
probably
can't
not.
just pull that out
No.
and make it look good.
No, probably not. This has been fake news or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news, Heidi. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Now, it's a happy story and a sad story, because I'm sad to hear this even happen, but here's the headline. A boy who was bullied for his love of reading gains over 240,000 followers on Instagram.
Good for him. I love to read.
So it says, last week, 13-year-old was bullied by classmates in a group chat because he loves books. Well, now he has almost 250,000 followers on Instagram. Probably even more than that, because this story was a couple days old at least. It says, Callum Manning from Northeast England started an Instagram page called Cal's Book Account, so he could review and recommend books that he liked. When people started sending insulting messages to a group chat that he had joined at his school, he was left devastated. Now, he says, can't believe how awful kids are. Ellis Landreth, 24, wrote on Friday in regards to her little brother. Kids in his new school have seen it and have created a group chat calling him a creep, slagging him. I don't know what that means, but apparently like picking on him. And adding him to it so he could see. I don't know what that means.
Poor kid. Yeah, they tagged him so he could see everything they were saying about him.
Oh, I see.
That's
so
horrible.
It's
disgusting.
All I was expecting was a few of my followers to show him some encouragement and support and that he wasn't weird or sad or something. But what happened instead is within a few hours, thousands of new followers
Good
started
for
following
him.
and tweeting and, saying things in support of his book club, which is really cool.
Readers are leaders, kiddo.
Absolutely.
You just keep being you.
Yeah, and I think, you know what? If there are kids that want to pick on you because you're doing that whole book learning stuff, well, who's the one that's going to look like a dummy in the long run here?
Exactly.
I think it's really cool. And the story goes on. There's a whole lot more to this. If you want to read all about it, I have a link to it in the show notes for today. I'm trying to read it, and I have a pop-up ad that keeps popping up in front of everything I'm trying to say. So if I got any of that wrong, I apologize. I certainly didn't mean to.
You just be strong, kiddo. You just keep being yourself and keep doing what you do, and you will be the one who's successful in the end. End of story.
Absolutely. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.